Welcome back to Thakuri Studio, everyone. Today, we're diving into a book that has captivated the hearts of fantasy lovers worldwide. A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. Whether you're new to the series or already a fan, stick around because we're going to break down everything you need to know, without spoilers, of course, and discuss why this book is so beloved. Let's start with a quick overview. ACOTAR, as it's often abbreviated, is the first book in a fantasy series by Sarah J. Maas. It blends a lot of different elements: romance, adventure, magic, and political intrigue. The story centers around Feyre Archeron, a mortal huntress struggling to survive in a harsh world where humans live in constant fear of the powerful fairies who rule over them. After killing a wolf in the woods, which turns out to be a fairy in disguise, Feyre is taken to the land of the Fae, specifically to the Spring Court, ruled by a mysterious and cursed High Lord named Tamlin. Now, I know what you're thinking, this sounds a lot like Beauty and the Beast. And you're right! The book has a lot of parallels to that classic fairy tale, but it brings a darker, more complex twist to the story. Now let's talk about the characters. Feyre is our protagonist, and what makes her so compelling is that she's not your typical fairy tale heroine. She's tough, determined, and fiercely independent, but she's also vulnerable in a way that makes her relatable. Her journey starts out as one of survival, but as the story progresses, it becomes about so much more finding herself, understanding her role in this new world, and the relationships she forms with both humans and fairies. Then we have Tamlin, the High Lord of the Spring Court. At first, he's brooding and distant, but as Feyre gets to know him, we start to see different layers of his character. Without giving too much away, let's just say he's not your typical love interest. There's a lot of tension, mystery, and slowly building romance between him and Feyre, which Maas is known for crafting beautifully. But there's also another fan-favorite character, Rhysand, who we meet later in the book. And trust me, he is a game-changer. I won't spoil anything, but keep an eye on him because his role in Fairy's life becomes much more significant as the series progresses. The world building is another major strength of this book. Sarah J. Maas has created a richly detailed universe, and the fairy courts are filled with unique cultures, magic systems, and political dynamics. The Spring Court, where most of the first book takes place, is lush and beautiful, but there's an underlying darkness, both in the court itself and the larger fairy realm. As you progress through the series, the world expands, and you'll get to explore the Night Court, Summer Court, and more, each with its own distinct vibe. It's this depth and diversity that make the world feel alive and immersive. Now let's talk themes. One of the central themes of A Court of Thorns and Roses is freedom and choice. Feyre starts the story trapped by poverty, and later she's physically bound by the bargain that takes her to the fairylands. But beyond that, it's about her emotional and psychological journey, her growth, her discovery of who she is and what she truly wants out of life. The book also delves into themes of sacrifice, love, and redemption. It asks important questions. What are you willing to give up for the people you care about? What does love look like when it's complicated and messy? These themes resonate deeply with readers, and that's a big reason why this series has such a passionate fan base. One thing I love about Sarah J. Maas is her writing style. It's lush, emotional, and vividly descriptive. She knows how to write tension, whether it's in a fight scene, a romantic moment, or a high-stakes political discussion. And let's talk about the pacing. This book is a slow burn, but when it picks up, it really picks up. The final third of the book is filled with action and twists that will have you turning pages late into the night. Now, a quick note for readers who might be curious about the romance aspect. This book does lean into mature themes as the series progresses. While the first book keeps things more on the Beauty and the Beast side of romance, the later books explore deeper, more adult relationships. It's something to be aware of if you're picking this up as a younger reader or recommending it to someone. In summary, here's why you should read A Court of Thorns and Roses. Compelling characters. Feyre's journey from a struggling huntress to someone entangled in the high-stakes world of fairies is captivating, and the relationships she forms are complex and full of emotional depth. Rich world building. The fairy realm, with its magical courts, is beautifully realized and offers endless possibilities for adventure, danger, and intrigue. A blend of fantasy and romance. If you love fantasy with a strong romantic subplot, this book delivers on both fronts. And trust me, as you move deeper into the series, the stakes get higher and the relationships more intense. The writing. Sarah J. Maas has a way with words that brings every scene to life. Whether it's the descriptions of magical landscapes or the intricate emotional dialogues, her writing pulls you in. If you're a fan of high fantasy, strong female protagonists, or romantic tension, this is a book you won't want to miss. And if you've already read it, let me know in the comments who your favorite character is. Are you Team Tamlin, or have you fallen under Rhysand's spell like so many others? Thanks for watching today's review, and don't forget to subscribe to Thakuri Studio for more book content like this. See you in the next one, and happy reading!